the I Ching suggests that all events in life are connected in a way that is beyond intellectual comprehension. In writing about the I Ching, Jung states, this assumption involves a certain curious principle that I have termed synchronicity, a concept that formulates a point of view diametrically opposed to that of causality. Since the latter is a merely statistical truth and not absolute, it is a sort of working hypothesis of how events evolve one out of another, whereas synchronicity takes the coincidence of events in space and time as meaning something more than mere chance, namely, a peculiar interdependence of objective events among themselves, as well as with the subjective psychic states of the observer or observers. The I Ching explains that all aspects of life have a deeper meaning because of synchronicity, which we experience both collectively and individually. When we trust the unfolding of fate in our lives, we become aware of synchronicity. Synchronicity is the language the Tao uses to offer its miraculous guidance. But the spiritually blind see this guidance merely as coincidence. Wu Wei, if sincerely understood and followed, harmonizes our inner world with the outer world. This harmony is evident through the synchronicities we experience in our lives. Instead of the idea that fate is against us, synchronicity demonstrates that fate is a teacher that softens our hearts into an honest humility. If we can truly live Wu Wei, the magic and miracles of the universe come to life through synchronicity. It is as if the source of Tao is speaking to us directly. When you trust the workings of the universe, its evolutionary unfolding begins to be mirrored in your own experience. It is as if reality is guiding you and revealing a story about yourself and your place within the cosmic spectrum. Though religions speak of divine intervention, many ignore the fact that this intervention is the byproduct of synchronicity. In any event, the idea of divine intervention points out a contradiction in religious belief. If God is separate from the external world, then how could he, she, it intervene in this world? The Taoist view of the underlying source within all life should not be identified with the Western concept of an eminent pantheistic God. This view would reduce the mystery of the Tao to intellectual jargon. Furthermore, the Taoist perspective does not see causation in the Western way, whereby each event is separate and stuck together with other separate events. On the contrary, no events can be connected because connection in this sense would still imply separation. So the Taoists perceive the universe as one single event, with differing fluctuations in the unified field of Tao in the way that a wave is distinct from the ocean, but it is still the ocean. Similarly, the Taoist perspective should not be confused with the pantheistic view of the universe as a mass of distinct things and events working in an unconscious fashion. Taoist wisdom is not saying that the universe is unconscious. It is saying that abiding in what we perceive as the unconsciousness of the universe is an intelligence beyond intellectual speculation. To believe that Tao is an unconscious energy is as absurd as the notion of a personal God ruling separate from the universe. Becoming aware of synchronicity demonstrates that there is more to the way of the Tao than meets the eye. A trust in life and an alignment with synchronicity affirm life on all levels, physical, mental, and spiritual. These metaphysical, psychological, and spiritual profundities are too vast and deep for the average materialist to comprehend. Average materialists include most members of organized religion because they are predominantly materialist in thinking and character. The spiritual adepts of antiquity never thought of the material world as gross matter because upon deep contemplation, nature has a story to tell for those who have come to a place of nirodha, stillness,